I've cussed before.
Yeah.
I say the word again. I've hurt people. I've been hurt by people. I've lied about things. Oh, this one's good. I can be selfish. I've hated. I've loved. Oh, I
I'm
think this
like,
one's
that's what I'm saying. None of this John phased me. I'm like, it's like Bombo Clad Wagwan.
Bumbleclad!
It sounds like he's not a perfect individual. Something I say all the time. Nobody is perfect, Wagwan. There's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing as, like, you know what I'm saying, an individual that should be admired. It's like a god that can do no wrong and all this. Like, yo, Corey's human. I'm human. You're human. We all can make mistakes. We all can do bads. And all still of that, we all can obviously have change of patterns behavior, do better, try if we can, if possible, to remedy, you know, any mistakes made, and then do better and try to improve and be a better person overall from there. But even within this, for Corey, it's like, for the allegations, dumb John's completely debunked. And then now for his audience, it's like, they on his case for communication, and I get it. Like, yo, for a lot of heads, like CoryxKenshin, obviously, I see him. Is like their favorite creator of all time, or like, you know what I'm saying, obviously beloved creator, but like, again, he gonna live his life. You know what I'm saying? He gonna live his life. I totally get it, you know what I'm saying? On the factor of like, yeah, bro, you want him to post vids and all that, but like, yo, he's been posting for how long? Again, like, you know what I'm saying, a decade plus or whatever. He gonna be chilling. He gonna be chilling. So like, again, that's why I be saying all the time with the thin lines of parasociality. Gotta break him sometimes. It's like, but Corey about to do his thing. But like, more or less in the fact that you're saying right now, it's just like, yeah, bro. I don't expect him to be a perfect person. Because again, Wagwan, no one is ever gonna be. Ever. Ever. You already know what it is, baby. You've seen Talent Thumbnail. The CoryxKenshin allegations. Corey responded? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You already know. A little backstory. So you've seen everything that has culminated within the whole drama arc that is the CoryxKenshin allegations. You didn't see up until this point. Well, yeah. One of the major things was that the whole drama, the whole, you know what I'm saying, allegations and all that, have went past. And we ain't see Corey, but finally, as we are seeing now, after everything is culminated, Corey has dropped a response going over a ton of things. But one of the major things he's clearing up, as we done said, was the whole allegations levied against him by a hun named Panda Ninja XXX. Once more, you already know she levied that he again was an abuser in general, emotional abuser and a manipulator. And within his response, he of course, we gotta cover that boy. You know what I'm saying? Responded to those allegations and cleared them Johns up for good, most definitely. So you already know what it is. Of course, we're here for that. And one of my glorious Slop Kings, you already know, stopping me on dropped a video on it. So of course we gotta get into that boy. So let me not waste any more time. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed have everything every single time. Let's get into Corey's response to the CoryxKenshin allegations. As we said in the intro, shout out love with one of my glorious Slop Kings, Slopping Mule. We got CoryxKenshin just responded to the allegations. It's bad. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, should love a Slopping Mule, of course, every time. And let's not waste any more time. You already know, I guess now. And see what Corey has to say.
next. I want to talk about the panda situation. Number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Slummy viewers, welcome to a brand new YouTube video. I hope you're having a good day, because I'm currently not. I've got that bad pain in my side again, but we're pushing through because, you know, slot. So recently, YouTuber CoryxKenshin has returned to you.
Sloppy! We slop till we drop, baby.
YouTube after being gone for a little bit of time, and it's safe to say that his return has brought some very mixed reactions and a lot of fan backlash. But before we get into this, if you haven't already, please consider leave a like, subscribing, and hit the notification bar. Really helps out the channel, especially if you do enjoy the content. But without further ado, let's get into the slop at hand. One thing I have to mention that's pretty important to some of the fan backlash is that whilst CoryxKenshin was gone, he received allegations. Now, I've made a plethora of videos going over this extensively, even pretty recently with some of the other.
I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm here for, because like I know some heads again within Insomnia saying they are like, you know what I'm saying, tell that Corey, like, where have you been? Now you say you're gonna post content and all that. Listen, Like I say all the time, yo, sometimes you get burned out, sometimes creators want to take breaks. That's all, you know what I'm saying, on the obligation to Cory. I'm here for this. I want to see the response to these.
Updates with Mav Attack.
Know the full story. You don't know the people involved, but you swear you understand what I've been through. You've clearly never been doxxed, cyberbullied, and harassed while trying to.
Stay hydrated. I know y'all can't see the water bottle. But again, hon, yeah, I wanted you to most definitely show this. You know, I wanted you to show better substantial proof than the proof that you had, but especially showing this, because if you were getting doxxed, harassed, cyberbullied, all this different job, yeah, that would only help your narrative against Cory.
Process trauma in real time. Just to be told you're doing it wrong. People expected me to know how to explain something I was still trying to process.
Yes, of course. Like, I say this all the time. Especially for Huns, like, you know, Huns that are victims that have gone through traumatic journeys. Like, yes, Hun, we want you to share your story. But if you're levying, like, hefty allegations against, you know, someone, especially after you, like, you know, with a platform and all that type of beat that can ruin her life, you know what I'm saying, ruin her career, you don't want this boy fully substantiated, because obviously if they're not, and it's false misinformation, so it could be slander, defamation, all that, you know what I'm saying, could go really bad for them.
While being watched, doxxed, cyberbullied, interrogated, and judged the entire fucking time.
And as I've already established, this situation is an absolute mess. So when CoryxKenshin
Makes it messy.
returned and didn't immediately address these accusations, or at least mention them, there was some fan backlash from that. But let's actually take a look what did Cory actually say when he came back.
Samurai, stand up!
Mr. Kenshin. Yes, sir.
Sorry about the poor communication. That's my bad. But like I said at the beginning,
Yeah, the bull Mab attack, yo, he was teed up. He's like, yo, man, I just can't have bulls that are keeping themselves arm's length away. Again, what type of friend are you, or what type of maintenance friend are y'all? I ain't gonna lie. Truly engagement farming, but like, yo, tell me again, you a neutral friend? Amen. Like, listen, we just be chilling or whatever. You a high maintenance friend? Mab attack, where like, yeah, you need to be hit up every day. You need to be told you're loved and appreciated every single fucking day, or else like you're not friends. We not real peoples. Or you like, better yet, you're not even like truly like there's low to maintenance friend where like, yeah, you just be you hit up, chill, you know what I'm saying? Like you get hit up, you chill, you do whatever. Or you're like truly, we're like, yeah, man, I'm gonna see you 3 months from now. Like, I'm gonna peep you at Thanksgiving. I'm gonna see you on the holidays type of beat, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now, obviously, chill with your peoples, but like, yeah, what type of friend are you? Because I'm ultra low maintenance, bro. I'm like, yo, we chilling. But like, that's the thing, and heads talk about this all the time. Like, yo, if you really bros, you know what I'm saying, for the girly pops.
Girly pop.
For the girly pops, like, if you really heads, bro, you could not see each other for a minute. As soon as you get back together, the click right there again, baby. Right there again. So it's like, yo, that's just the timing I be on. But like, yeah, what type of friend are you? Because yeah, the Mav attack bull is definitely the highest maintenance friend.
beginning of the year, 100 videos.
This is one thing CoryxKenshin's incredibly disgustingly parasocial audience has been complaining about, is lack of communication from CoryxKenshin. Him disappearing for months at a time and not saying a word to his dearly beloved audience. Now look, firstly,
Yeah, like that shit, like I don't care about, because again, it's like, yo, I am, one of the things I'm always gonna put out within Trilly's rhetoric is like, one, breaking the thin line of parasociality, and two, always saying that like, yeah, heads are human, and better yet, to the heads aren't perfect, but there is no being perfect for Cory, because like, yo, he's been posting for like a decade plus. Like, yo, if he wants to take breaks and shit, bro, he's allowed to do that. Like, at what point, like, are you gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, enjoy your success? Like, yo, I know, again, like, yo, he's been teasing, he's gonna come back, post different Jones or whatever, and then like, you'll go on breaks, but like, at the same time, like, fuck it, bro, he's doing his thing, he's living his life.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that CoryxKenshin didn't mention the accusations that he's faced whilst he's been gone in a 30-second shitter update. Because regardless if you think that these accusations against Cory's name are false, true, whatever it may be, I do think it's important that he talks about them to a certain extent for a few minutes.
Of course.
It's 5 minutes, whatever it may be, to put his side of the story out there. Ultimately, I can't see CoryxKenshin just
But that's what I'm saying, he did that.
ignoring the accusation
Like, in, what's the name, in his second video he uploaded.
that he's faced whilst he's been gone. These accusations blew up across the internet, and as well, he responded when people accused him of looking at some girl's arse. I think he's probably going to respond to a certain extent here. It was actually just recording.
Yo, I remember that shit a minute ago. Yo, that shit was so fucking stupid. So
that part of the video when CoryxKenshin drops an official response not only to his parasocial fans and their critiques of him, but also the panda allegations. So in this video he recently uploaded, he addresses his fan critiques first and then the panda situation, but just for the sake of this video we're going to take a look at the panda stuff first and then what he said in response to his parasocial audience.
The video. Let's see if everyone's been paying attention. I'm just a regular guy. Now I want to briefly talk about.
Thank you, bro. That John. That's what I'm saying, bro. Again, at the end of the day, heads are still like human, bro. They still like, you know what I'm saying, people, just like, you know what I'm saying, you, I, everybody else. Like, yo, if he wants to take breaks, if he wants to chill, like, he's allowed to do that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's a creator with a huge platform, and obviously, I'm assuming, like, he's appreciated for and of his audience, but, like, right, take breaks.
The panda situation. If you thought I was going to come on here and air out all my public stuff and give you guys tea and, oh, she did this and I did this. And
girly pop.
Girly pop.
Tea spill.
but she did that and, oh, I did. You clearly haven't been watching me very long.
Now look, when it comes to accusations like this, where the accuser, in this case Panda, has messed up several times, backtracked, lied, got things wrong and messed up and made the situation
Several. Hella.
incredibly messy, CoryxKenshin doesn't need to expose all of his private stuff to prove himself innocent, because this person isn't trustworthy. All he needs to do is respond to a few claims and give his side of the story. Because ultimately, Panda hasn't given enough evidence, hasn't really done enough for Cory to even warrant to share lots of his private information. I mean, recently Panda put this on their TikTok, trying to tease some evidence that they alleged.
Let me say, ew, me the way you should be, the way you be hurting me, I should expose you, Cory. Nobody will believe you, they'll think you're crazy. 2017 archives, remember, not even all of them, just a glimpse. I'm like, again, unless there's something, again, substantially proving the allegations that she's levying against them, which once more I'll keep repeating is a general abuser, emotional abuser, and a manipulator, then, shifting this boy away.
Have, but it's all blurred out and they haven't bothered sharing a link to any of it.
This is another part that I've already recorded, so I'm going to splice it here. Next, I want to talk about the panda situation. Number 1. Number 2, here.
Let me see.
Splice it here. Next, I want to talk about the panda situation. Number 1.
Okay. Let me see. She never alleged this, but for those that missed it, here you go. Yeah, we seen this. Yeah.
Number 2, here's proof.
And then blur at the end. Treated you bad in reference to immaturity slash ghosting. Okay. We got, that was the most passive aggressive Kenshin reveal ever. Law, I sincerely wish that everything comes back in an early stage. It comes back in an early stage as possible. You can beat this. I know you can. I treated you badly and I apologize for that, but I get it. The more important thing, though, I will pray for you immediately and may God's will prevail.
That I had already apologized to her.
The message reads, that was the most passive-aggressive Kenshin reveal ever, Lo. I sincerely wish that everything comes back in early stages possible. You can beat this, I know you can. I treated you bad and I apologize for that, but I get it. This is more important though. I'll pray for you immediately and may God will prevail. Also glad Cory cleared up the
Boxed them up, like, yo, yeah, cleared that up, because, yeah, that was one of the text messages, like, the better yet, that was not one, that was the text message she tried to, what's her name, send that, like, oh, yeah, Cory was being disingenuous, because, you know what I'm saying, she had breast cancer and all that, and, like, yo, he seemed like he didn't care, he was ghosting her intentionally, all this different beat, yeah, it ain't seeming like it, seeming like, yeah, he very much cared, very much had something to say.
Fact that Panda never actually accused him of ASA, because Panda was incredibly stubborn with actually trying to clear that up. They put it on their story, and then was very flip-floppy with actually trying to address that properly, and lots of people still genuinely believe that was the accusation that Panda was making.
Over 5 years ago. Coincidence.
Sheesh, let me see this.
And lots of people still genuinely believe that was the accusation that Panda was making.
Over 5.
I feel like an idiot sometimes reaching out to you, but I felt like I needed to tell you. I just found out I had breast cancer. I diagnosed Friday after having surgery on Wednesday last week to remove a mass in my breast. I was sent for a biopsy and came back to have cancer. You don't have to say anything or even reply back because that's what I'm used to from you. But once the MRI comes back to the extent of my breast cancer, I want to let you know that I really wished you weren't how you were with me. I really wished all the time that I was enough, even though if it was as a friend, you treated me like I was trash, and I'm okay with that. And I know how much I'm worth, and you didn't deserve that anyways. That God doesn't like that ugly, but a part of me cared for your well-being, even when I had every reason to not give a damn. I hope for your happiness, And I'll be fighting this cancer into my last breath. And then, yeah, there's Cory's message.
Years ago. Coincidentally enough, this is in the exact same text message that she herself cropped when all of this started.
Look, when it comes to Cory's track record here and how he's shown the proof, and then when it comes to Panda's track record and how she showed the proof, I'm way more inclined to believe CoryKenshin here over Panda.
100%, that's not even a question.
But you've gone on to hit me up multiple times.
Her being the one who actively reached out several times also goes against her narrative that she was trying to form against Cory.
Now, I would like to apologize for the video that she uploaded, where I made a very insensitive attempt at humor. I cringe.
Yeah, the fucking video, yeah, she tried to post, and obviously, posted that boy way out of context, and then you're trying to say, like, well, no, I wasn't trying to imply that Cory had saved me. Well, then, again, the major thing I kept saying, Bomboclat!
Bomboclat!
Wagwan! Bunda. Is like, okay, then what's the point of posting this video or using this video? Because, again, the thing she was alleging, general abuser, emotional abuser, manipulator. What does this video have to do with any of that, John? It's like...
extremely hard looking at myself from 8 years ago, but what I was talking about was something that should never be joked about.
This is in reference to this video that she posted that blew up across the internet.
I'm still on.
I'm still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep.
And look, whilst it's very clear that he was joking and 99% of people saw he...
Now I'm about to say, and that's another thing too, like, if there was really, like, a bad situation or she was under duress, like, do you think she would be smiling, laughing, or whatever, like, joking in the vid? Yeah, like, I highly doubt it. And also, to that, too, like, yo, this was a video that happened, like, 8 years ago, you heard from Cory. Like, if it was directly a problem, even, like, with her thinking on it, like, sitting on it, or whatever, like, wouldn't she have hit him up about this, John, way earlier, made, like, you know what I'm saying, a deal about this way earlier than now?
He was joking unless you were being incredibly disingenuous and you were taking this out of context to frame a negative narrative towards CoryKenshin. I'm glad he cleared this up. I'm also glad that he issued an apology and realized that what he said could be interpreted as insensitive.
Community, leave her alone. Don't bother her. Don't bother anybody. Keep it about the gameplays. Keep it about the videos. Do not harass anybody.
This was a criticism that Panda gave Cory recently in the Maverick Tag video, saying that, look, CoryKenshin needs to say something about how his fans have treated me and how they've come against me. So there we go, she can stop complaining about that, but while I don't necessarily think this is necessary, she put something out there publicly, people are going to respond, people are going to react, and people are going to have their say. That's all.
Exactly, and like, this is the thing we were just dealing with content nuke major spill, but like, yeah, in the commentary drama slop tea, like, obviously not in the sense of like heads are trying to be commentary YouTubers, but even within like heads dropping again and levying allegations against someone, especially a huge creator and beloved creator like Mr. Genshin, CoryKenshin. Like, yeah, obviously people are going to go into this, like, break all this stuff down, want to hear like both sides, get all the information, because especially with them being serious allegations, you want to see all the info. And from the Hun Miss Panda Ninja XX, it wasn't looking too good on having all the info, especially being conveyed in the best way of understanding, and let alone, you know, all of it.
CoryKenshin has said about the Panda accusations against him. Now, if this was a situation where the evidence was 10 times more damning, there was 10 times more evidence, where she hadn't backtracked, retracted, and lied, then yeah, this would not be enough. But ultimately, this is enough because Panda is unreliable and has basically zero evidence to back up her claims. The burden of proof is on Panda to try and prove her claims, not the other way around. Now look, if Panda turns around, screws her head on, stops having a breakdown, and actually proves what she's saying, disproves what Cory said here, and brings actual evidence, then yeah, Cory's gonna have to say a lot more, but
exactly, and that's what I kept saying the whole time. It's like, yo, again, if she has like very solid like evidence and like substantial proof of this job, and even still the same thing, because she was mentioning that there were other Huns apparently that had, you know, bad situation with Cory, but again, one, we haven't heard anything from them, and two, to that, like, okay, well, I would hope they have substantial evidence and substantial proof that these situations have been happening, because if not, again, we just making up, John, son. Or better yet to that, like, yeah, we could be potentially, like, you know what I'm saying, spreading misinfo, defaming, and slandering. And that's a big no-no, as we discussed.
Ultimately, for right now, this does suffice. Moving on from the Panda stuff, a lot of this video is actually going over criticisms that he's received from his fan base and actually talking about his parasocial audience.
For you guys, I think at the top of that list is communication. Can we all agree with that? My communication is trash, has been trash this entire time, but I think recently, especially with everything that's been happening, my weakness is being amplified. You know, we got strengths and weaknesses on this channel, and communication has always been a weakness. With drama, with controversy, and everything in between, communication is, you know, if that's a strong suit, then you can kind of navigate through these things a lot easier. And I don't want y'all to take it
Drama slop commentary.
personal. Like,
Sometimes, because obviously there are heads that still are in the community that go over this and don't handle the dramas as well.
It's just a samurai thing or a YouTube
Nope.
thing where my communication just sucks here. No, it sucks everywhere.
Now look, I'm gonna be quite frank. I honestly don't give a flying fuck if CoryxKenshin doesn't communicate well with his audience.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was saying to him. Yeah, me fucking either, because like that's some parasocial shit. Like again, Corey's gonna post whenever he posts. If he doesn't post, damn. If he does, hooray, because like, you know what I'm saying? Again, he's a beloved creator. If he's making YouTube videos after all this time within his whole career, if he's still doing that, like, yo, it's a treat, like it's fire. But like, I'm not about to be bitching, moaning, crying or whatever if he's not posting videos. Like, yo, he's living his life.
What I do care about communication, though, is in the midst of a controversy or accusations. And I would much rather CoryxKenshin takes his time with communicating with his audience and people in general about those things than rushing into a response.
You know, I just want to say, man, don't worry about it. You know, people be parasocial, blah, blah, blah. So that got me curious. I'm like, what's happening now? I re-download TikTok. Worst mistake. No. Actually, I think it was
Nah, that shit is a mistake.
really good. I think it was really good to get a pulse of where the community is at. Because again, I'm a regular guy, but we're going to get back to that. I want y'all to understand that's going to be the central theme of this video. I go on TikTok and people are slam dunking on me. Deservedly so. Poor communication, poor consistency, takes advantage of his fans.
Whilst ultimately, as
Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible. That's like the that's the amulet shit. Like, yo, take advantage. Like, yo, they're taking advantage of me. That my supporters are there. Like,
a viewer, there might be
What?
genuinely some valid criticisms there, and I've seen some genuine valid stuff, but ultimately I do think a lot of people are being disingenuous. People are acting like CoryxKenshin owes you something, when ultimately CoryxKenshin doesn't owe you a thing.
List
Exactly.
of regular guy stuff, regular human guy stuff that I've done that I would like to share with you all. I've stolen before. I've cussed before.
yeah.
I say the word again. I've hurt people. I've been hurt by people. I've lied about things. Oh, this one's good. I can be selfish. I've hated. I've loved. Oh, I think this one's.
That's what I'm saying. None of this John fazed me. I'm like, it's like Bombo Clad Wagwan.
Bomboclat!
It sounds like he's not a perfect individual. Something I say all the time. Nobody is perfect, Wagwan. There's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing as, like, you know what I'm saying, an individual that should be admired. It's like a god that can do no wrong and all this. Like, yo, Corey's human. I'm human. You're human. We all can make mistakes. We all can do bads. And all still to that, we all can obviously have change of patterns behavior, do better, try if we can, if possible, to remedy, you know, any mistakes made, and then do better and try to improve and be a better person overall from there. But even within this, for Corey, it's like, for the allegations, them John's completely debunked. And then now for his audience, it's like, they on his case for communication, and I get it. Like, yo, for a lot of heads, like CoryxKenshin, obviously, I see him. Is like their favorite creator of all time, or like, you know what I'm saying, obviously beloved creator, but like, again, he gonna live his life. You know what I'm saying? He gonna live his life. I totally get it, you know what I'm saying? On the factor of like, yeah, bro, you want him to post vids and all that, but like, yo, he's been posting for how long? Again, like, you know what I'm saying, a decade plus or whatever. He gonna be chilling. So like, again, that's why I be saying all the time with the thin lines of parasociality. God, break him sometimes. It's like, bro, Corey about to do his thing. But like, more or less in the fact you're saying right now, it's just like, yeah, bro, I don't expect him to be a perfect person. Because again, Wagwan, no one is ever gonna be. Ever. But like, nah, seriously though, like, I don't know. I don't blame Corey. Call me a sweeper, call me a glazer. But like, hey, again, he's just living his life.
Really gonna resonate with you guys. I've broken promises.
Ultimately, it's crazy that CoryxKenshin has to do this. I think it's a bit weird that he
Exactly.
has done this ultimately, but this does go to show you how parasocial his audience is, that he feels like this is something that he needs to do, read out a bunch of stuff to prove that he's a quote-unquote normal guy.
It makes sense. It's someone that you see online, you watch all their stuff, you kind of form, dare I say, a
Parasocial fucking connection relationship. Yes, no, I will say it. For you, Mr. Kenshin, I'll say, yeah, they be forming, like, and this goes for a lot of heads, not just CoryxKenshin, like, yeah, a lot of these heads be forming, like, parasocialized connections to their favorite, like, YouTuber, TikToker, streamer, all this different shit. I'm like, bro, these heads are not gods. They can do wrong. And better yet to that, it's not even like he did wrong in this case for Cory or whatever. Or you could say he did, like, oh, he should be more communicative with his audience, all the different shit. Even, like, bro, this is CoryxKenshin. But, like, sidebar in that, like, bro, you can't idolize these heads as gods, bro. Heads can do wrong.
Parasocial, or maybe not even parasocial. Maybe you just kind of subconsciously begin to depend on this person. Man,
That's parasociality to a T.
really
If
start.
you're subconsciously depending on someone who is not there actively in your life, like actively as in like physically, like there's someone you could like talk to face to face, all this different time, because obviously like if you're watching a creator all the time, like Dutter's creators I watch all the time, so like that's it. But like if they're not like actively in your life, again, like this is the same thing I say, family number one, go to the people that will actively have your best interests are in your life and all that type of beat. Like if they're not them, that is a parasocial ass relationship. Like that is a 1-to-1 to T, like to the nines parasocial shit.
Started all of this video stuff because I liked gameplays. I liked doing skits and sketches.
That's another thing I tell guys all the time too. Like, yo, if you don't generally like making videos, not in the sense of like whatever niche you're in, but like the process of making vids, bro, that's a whole nother genre. Like, don't become a content creator. I tell it all the time. If you're doing it for the clout, for the money, that shit is not gonna last long.
I'd be really interested to see how this goes down with CoryxKenshin fans, and more importantly, those ones who could be classed as parasocial or almost obsessed with Cory. I'd be very interested to see what they have to say about this over the next coming week. But ladies and gentlemen, Slummy viewers, I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I'd be very interested to see what you, the viewer, has to say about his response to the panda accusations, and as well what he said about his audience and to his audience. So feel free to please comment that down below. Once done that, you might as well subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future Slop Meal video. But I've been your host Samuel, we've been covering CoryxKenshin's response, and I will catch you in the next Slopic. Goodbye.
Do you know who Ethan Klein is?
Oh, you already know. You already know, baby. Shout out, shoulda love, of course. With Slop Meal. Let me go back, yo. To show this to immediately.
Next, I want
to the next vid. But yo, that was the CoryxKenshin just responded to the allegations. It's bad. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video, that boy will be down in the description. First link, sure to love again when slopping me, one of my glorious slop kings. But quickly, final pains of conjecture. Yeah, one, obviously with the Panda Ninja, you know what I'm saying, XXX situation with the old allegations. Debunked. Denied. And them John's cooked. So yeah, that puts that to bed. So this is the true finale. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, he completely like deaded those. And again, like the thing with his audience, yeah, I don't really care, like, yo, because Cory's gonna do his thing. He lived his life, like he's posted gameplays and shit for a decade. Like if heads are having this parasocial ass connection, like, yo, again, you need to either watch his old videos or go find someone else to watch while you're waiting for him to post more content. Like, yo, you can't be on ass doing all this shit. Like, yo, let's be for real. That shit is parasocial. Tough. But like, no, seriously though, like, yo, it's be doing way too much. But yo, seriously though, again, shout out, shoulda love a slopping mule, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.